I would say what makes the program at CSM stand out than other OT programs is the faculty and the resources that we are provided. And so with the faculty, you can tell that they really care about you and they want you to succeed in this program, which I think is really important for a graduate level program that you're going to, because you need a lot of resources and support. And so by having people that truly care about whether you succeed as a professional in your field, I think is very important. But I also think that they set you up with really great resources that you would have in your grad program. So we get lots of opportunities to go out in the community and see what it's like to be a professional in different settings. So going to pediatric places, mental health. We work with a lot of different places in the community. And so I feel like that's a really great tool to have so you know how to practice. But also even on our campus, we have a great PEDS lab and other resources that we get to use daily that set us up for success.
So one thing that stands out about CSM was just like the small class sizes. I had interviewed at a couple of different places and the class sizes were like 80 plus. So knowing that they really have their max at like 25 to 30 was really kind of what made it stand out for me. And then all the professors were just very like open-armed and welcoming, and we were just able to have like normal conversations with each other during the interview process.
Okay, so the thing that makes OT programs stand out to me is just how small the class sizes are, but also like how well we get to interact and get to know not only each other, but also our professors too. I feel like we all have a very close connection in our cohort and we'll do things outside of class. We're all just very much there for each other and help each other get through the process.
So a typical day in the program here at CSM is usually we start anywhere from, at least second years, we start anywhere from 8:30 or 9 and then go till about 11:50. And that's just one class that we'll be in. But like I kind of had mentioned earlier, it's not sitting in that class all day taking notes or all morning taking notes. We're getting up, they give us plenty of breaks and times to interact with each other and work hands-on together. But then we'll usually have an hour for lunch, which what I've really enjoyed is our entire cohort, the 27s, are very close. So we all kind of eat lunch together, have time to just talk about class, but other personal things as well. And then the afternoons kind of depends on the day, but I think 2 or 3 days a week, we have a class, just one class in the afternoon, and it's right under 2 hours. So it's very manageable, and then we're done no later than 3, and then we have the rest of the day if you want to work or, go to the gym, work out, do stuff like that. So, yeah.
So a typical day in the OT program, usually we have about 2 classes. Some days we only have 1, which is really nice. They have like a module system instead of a typical semester, so our classes are a little bit longer, but we only have to focus on 4 of them at a time instead of more than 4, I guess. So usually we'll have a class in the morning for about 4 hours, and then we'll have an hour for lunch, and then we'll have another like 3-hour class or so, and then we're done for our day.
So something that's really cool about our program is that we do a lot of hands-on learning as well as those experiential learnings. So one of our hands-on learnings that we do is our practicals, which are they're kind of stressful when you first get into it and get started. But usually once you get through it, it feels super great to have it done. And we just know we get to practice and realize that we are really building our skills and are able to actually put some of the things that we're learning into practice, which is really cool to see. And usually with our practicals, it'll be like an entire class period. So you'll actually get to go in and experience kind of that patient contact. And then you'll also have a documentation portion, which is really good to practice. And then we also get like those experiential learning days. So we get to go out into the community We've done stuff through QLI where we get to learn more about spinal cord injuries. We went to MS Forward, which is a really cool gym for people that have MS or other things of that sort, and just get to interact with people in the community and people that are actually experiencing some of the things that we might work without in the actual world.
There are many mentors available for this program. I would say that your professors are going to be your biggest mentors. You will get assigned a specific professor that will be assigned as your mentor, but at the same time, you're going to build different relationships with different ones of the professors if they have the same interests as you or you take their class. And so really all of the professors are on your side and will support you in any way that you need. And then also, all of the cohorts make an effort to try to be social with the other cohorts that come in. And then the above cohorts can serve as mentors as well, especially if you're going through a very difficult class that you feel like you need extra support in. There will always be people to help you in any way possible.
So there are multiple OT mentors available in this program, and I think that's what makes this place so special. Every single professor that I have had here, I've had no difficulty, going to them with any concerns that I may have. Whether it's 8 o'clock at night and we're not even in class, or it's 6 a.m. and, I have a concern, I can email or, send out a message and they'll respond to me as soon as they can. They see that and they see us for who we are. And just more than a student, but as a person, like I feel seen completely, and they're always there to help us with any concerns that we may have.
So within our program, we have a lot of OT mentors. So this can be people like our just professors in general. They all have kind of specialized areas, but they can also answer questions about any other classes as well. It's really great because they also become like our actual school advisors, but then also things like capstone advisors. So we really get to create those personal connections with them. And they see us through the entire program, so kind of know how we work or just things that might interest us. But then also because we get those fieldwork experiences, all of my fieldwork coordinators have also been people that I can lean on. They always reach out and ask how things are going, or just give you somebody to reach out to if you ever have any questions.
Yes, you are definitely able to work while you're in the program here. Just some experiences that I've been able to do is over this last summer, I was able to do my the work study for the OT department. So I was able to do that. I also DoorDash here and there. That's a very easy thing to do. I like it because I can totally make up hours whenever I want and earn a little extra cash throughout the week. But lots of my classmates, I'd say at least half of them work part-time. So very manageable.
I do work while in OT school, and it's actually a really cool thing. Like I said, here at CSM, they're always giving you options and kind of helping you figure out and navigate things. And so our professors actually sent out an email and asked if anybody was interested in working at a gymnastics center, and it was going to be with little kids. And so I have a passion for pediatrics. I love little kids, and so I was on it right away, and I was able to get a job there. And so I work, I think, about 3 days a week, and they are very flexible with me and with my schedule. And so, I kind of just tell them days that work best for me, and I'm just working with little kiddos, and it's such a great experience for me personally, because I feel like if you can build on your skills outside of class, that's always a good thing too.
So classes are busy, but there is still time to work, which is really helpful for all of us grad students. No matter what your position, all of us need to earn some money, whether we're blessed with support or we're doing it all on our own. And luckily the class structure allows you to do that. I was able to coach soccer last spring, JV at my old high school. And other than that, I just do some odd jobs. I'll read tests, CNA exams for non-English speakers. My biggest hit is dog sitting, but especially now that I've hit my second year, even whatever point that is where you feel comfortable, the schedule is set up so that you can work, because all the professors know that finances are a part of life.
I chose CSM because from the moment I stepped on this campus for my interview and up to this moment now, I have just always felt seen. When I came for my interview, it was more about, who I am as a person than what this school has to offer me. And I think that says a lot about everything that's going on here. And I think it's such a great place to be. They were interested in, understanding why I wanted to come here, but they were more interested in me as a person, what my values are, what's important to me. And they've always supported me in that, whether that was anything that I have going on in my life or just support that I needed in school. If I was struggling with the class, I've always had teachers, show up. There was times where, there was things going on in my life and I had teachers say, hey, I have seen this and I just want to make sure you're okay. And I think that says everything about this program and what College of St. Mary has to offer.
So for me, I had a little bit more of a unique experience. I knew that I wanted to be an OT coming straight out of high school. And when I was doing research on OT programs, I ran across CSM's accelerated program. So I got into CSM as an undergrad, and it really drew my attention just because of how small it was, how easily I could speak with my professors. If I had anything going on, they were all really great and listened and were willing to help me out as well, because they all just want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you not succeed. So
I chose College of St. Mary because of the supportive environment at the end of the day. I felt it in my tour and I still feel it every day when I walk in. I walked into graduate school knowing that I had my ADHD that I was still learning how to deal with, and that graduate school alone was gonna be a big task. And I knew personally that I would need a lot of support, and I'd need to be able to feel that from my professors and my administration to be able to succeed and do what I wanna do. And they've met that every time. My first year was not easy, and nor was it for anybody else. And each step of the way, whenever I've had a roadblock, or even maybe when I was too prideful to say that I needed help, they were always, every professor was supportive and came up with ideas, wanted to work with me, which just proves that we're all OTs, but really made sure that I felt supported and but still continue to push me to grow and improve.